Hi everybody, this is Diane. I want to show you some more digital cutout things from Eclectic Eggplant Etsy shop, and then we're going to work on decorating some pages in the Sunny Sam journal. So I showed you the die cuts, fussy cuts that I picked up from Eclectic Eggplant on Etsy, and I had purchased I think 5 sets of it, and you guys went over there and showed her love, so I so appreciate it. I messaged her and I told you I didn't think she knew who I was, and she didn't, but I messaged her and explained that I had purchased some digitals from her and that I did a video and hopefully some people would be coming her way. Well, you guys had already been there, and she said her shop blew up and she didn't know why. And so she wanted to thank me and offered me to pick out one thing from her shop that I would like. Well, I had told her in the message that I sent her, I said, I'm not saying this because I want anything. I just want you to know that I shared your shop. Because I really didn't want her to give me anything, but she offered to let me pick out one thing. So I went in and looked, and there were stamps. She does stamps, digital stamps. So I saw the triangle ones and I thought, well, they're really different and unique, and I think I could really use them. So I asked her for those. So you guys must have really showed her a lot of love, because she sent me the triangle stamps that I wanted, but then she also sent me more, several other sets of digital stamps. So let me just show you the digital stamps that she has in her shop. So the triangle ones are really fun. I'm going to use some in the journal that I'm making right now. We're going to decorate with it today with some of these. So they come in 2 different sizes. And you do have to, if your computer isn't automatically switching from landscape to portrait, you will need to make sure that you switch it, because they vary. So one sheet will be landscape and one sheet will be portrait. My settings weren't set to automatically switch, so I did print some of the big stamps on portrait when it should have been landscape, so some got cut off, but I reprinted them. But I'm going to cut some of the, the ones that I can use, the ones that are cut off if they're in a collage and something is covering. So I'm going to cut them out and use them. In fact, I already cut one out that I'm going to put in this journal. So this is one that I cut out. It's orange, and I'm using oranges and blues and greens and yellows in this journal. So they're just beautiful. So those are the triangle ones that I asked for. Then I don't know if I'll remember all the names of them, but this one is, I think, just faux stamps. And you get a lot on one sheet, and these are small, the small size. And I'm not sure if this is a separate set. It came to me separately, but this is faux stamps large. So they might be the same images. Yeah, I think. But yeah, because here's this one, small and that, or small and large. Really pretty images on these stamps. And they would go with a lot of different themes. There's butterflies, there are vintage ladies, there are children, bees, even bingo. There's a dressmaker's form. And then this one was floral stamps. And these were all in one set that she sent me, so I think you get both sizes in one set. And if you didn't see the other video where I showed the fussy cut ephemera that I got, just go check her shop out. And she has her digitals divided. There's a section that you can click on that's stamps, and another one that's fussy cuts. So you can go see what she has. She has a lot of different things. So I've got more fussy cutting to do. So thank you so much, Victoria, for your generosity with sending me these stamps. And thank you, my viewers, for going over there and showing her some love. I like to share different Etsy shop owners that I use so that, you know, to help them out. I always appreciate a helping hand myself. So, yeah, I was really glad to be able to send you guys her way. So, I'm not going to talk about all the stuff I've done in these journals. This journal. I'm only making one this time. I've done a lot off camera because I was just playing and it was fun time for me. So all I want to do now is decorate some of the white pages, and then I think we're pretty much done. I have to make the cover, put the spine on it. So I have these dyed doilies, or some that came colored, and I just cut a piece of this that was dyed green, and this is the stamp from the page that I printed wrong, but this is a full image of the stamp, and I want to put that on it. I don't really have a plan. I just have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to choose from. So let me see if one of these little cutouts will work. I think that works. I'm just wanting to add a little bit of color to these white pages. There's nothing wrong with having white pages. I told myself, you can do it, you can do it. But apparently I can't. Because I didn't want to copy dye them. And I could stencil them, it's what I normally do. But I thought, let's do something different this time. Just add a little embellishment. And the page won't be blank. I'll use my glue stick for this too. Well, actually, this is the flower is heavier, so I'm gonna use my Fabri-Tac. I could use my Scotch wet glue, the tacky glue, but this is right here. And it's clogged. I left the pin out of it, I think overnight. How's your day going? How's your week going? Today's only Tuesday for me. And we got a clog going here. Because I worked on this journal over the weekend, it's just about done. I said I was just going to putter this week, but I was just having so much fun playing with this journal because I just pulled a bunch of stuff from my stash, stuff that was ephemera that was already made, or ephemera pieces that I've had in my binders, and all kinds of fun stuff I have pulled. And I created some new ephemera with those pieces that I pulled. And I'm just using them all throughout the pages. It's kind of eclectic, but fun and funky. I think the key word for this journal is fun. Just trim off a piece of the doily that was hanging over. And let's see, maybe on this side I will take this piece of green and red printed ledger and just glue it right there. You can journal on that. I'm just going to use my tape runner. Oh yes, another thing I wanted to do was take this flap and do something with that. But I don't know what. I have these anagram letters that are the right color for this journal. Well, I said that the key word for this journal was fun, so let's see if we can find the letters that spell out fun. I need an F and a U. Didn't know it would be so hard to find the right letters. If it takes too long, I will move on and I will look for them when you're not watching. Oh, there's a U. I just need the F. There it is. Okay, good. I did not go to the flea market yesterday. I figured I don't need to go every single week. I always find stuff and bring it home. And then if I don't go, I wonder, what did I miss today? But what I don't know won't hurt me, right? That's heavy. That could be a tuck spot. I could just put that there and we can open it up and write on it. Now, let's see if we got this working. Oops. It's a little better. Probably shouldn't have put glue all the way out. Oh, I could use washi tape to decorate those blank pages too. I always forget my washi tape. Why is that? In fact, my daughter-in-law just gave me 2 rolls that she had and didn't want that are bright. So I'm gonna decorate that with this alphabet one. Just want to make sure I have the right length. And she also gave me this one with the houses and foxes. It's really cute. Let's see. This feels like paper. So they are not the same brand that she gave me. But they're fun. Okay, so this signature might be done. See, I did leave this blank, but it's a special paper. It has a different texture to it. Oh, got a blank thing here too. I still have a few of these little post-it notes that my daughter-in-law also gave me, and I used a bunch of them in my Stash Buster journals. You open it up. This one has a week agenda on it, so that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll add it to some scrapbook paper just to make it a little more substantial. It sticks pretty good, but I'm going to put some glue on it. It's still not working very well. Okay, now that signature is done, I think. And I'll talk about all the elements that are in these journals when I do the final flip through. I cut these little girls out of some vintage wrapping paper. They look like little yarn dolls, and they are the right colors. There's also a pink doll, but I'm not using pink in these journals. This journal. And I have these glossy doily type of shapes. I think they're from Stampin' Up. I bought them at a yard sale. And I colored them with alcohol ink. So I think that looks good. Let's try the green one. I think that looks better. I thought maybe this contrasting one would look better, but I think I like the green one. She is blue, not green, so I think it's more in her color family. So I like that. This art glitter glue is great for these little things because it's got such a fine tip. And I don't put the glue on every single piece, but I try to make sure it is all over, scattered all over, so there's not going to be a piece popping up somewhere. And I'll use this for her also. And for this side, I have this vintage page from a address book or something, and it had birthdays and anniversary records for the back. I'll just glue that there. I'm gonna put some washi tape on the edge there. I have this teal and gold . What else? Maybe this yellow, orange. I'm gonna look at my playing cards. Oh, yes, I need to use one of these orange ones, since orange is one of the colors that I'm using a lot. And this even has the colors that I'm using. just glue this here. Let's put it down there. Let's see, can I spell another word? I was thinking silly, because some of the images I'm using, and the book is pretty silly, but maybe I'll just use joy. That's the middle page. And I really didn't want to leave that blank. What did I do here? Oh, I left that blank. Okay. All right. I think I will stencil on these center pages. That should be enough. Let's see, if I put this down, I can clean any ink off it. I've got quite a mess here. If you can tell. What did I do with the page I'm going to decorate? There it is. I buried it. All right, now I'm using green, blue, yellow, and orange, so I'll find one of each of those colors. I still haven't taken the time to label the tops of these. That's blue, but is it the shade I want? Kind of wish I had that blue ribbon one. I think I'll use Mowed Lawn for the green, Peacock Feathers for the blue, and I've got, I think this is the only orange I have, Spiced Marmalade, and I have Squeezed Lemonade. I do have, I think I have Blue Jean, or whatever that is, Faded Jeans in Distress ink, not oxide. Faded Jeans, let's try that one. All right. I already have green on this stencil that I didn't wipe off, so I'm going to use green here. has orange on the brush. I did clean it. You know, I rub it to wipe the color off, but sometimes the color doesn't come off very good unless you wet it with water. So I just wanted to make sure, because I was going to use yellow and I didn't want to pollute the yellow with whatever else was on it. Okay. Now we've got some color in the center of the signature. Here's the signature it goes in. I've got one blank page here. I use this big one. Make sure I put it where you can write if you open it. So I was going to put it over here, but that would have made it awkward to write. So I will put it in the middle, and I'll back it with some orange. I think it's sticky enough. And then, of course, you can write all over the page, too. I'm going to go back to the first signature and do a couple of things. Stencil on this. The Distress ink isn't as vibrant as the oxides, which is good because I don't want this dark blue to be so dark that you can't write on it. Also, my Distress inks are much older than the Distress oxides. also going to add some washi tape there. Tell me what you think about white pages. I have seen flip-throughs of journals that have white pages, and they are lovely. So I tell myself, you can do that too. But I very rarely leave just a plain white page, even if it's just got a word or something stamped in a corner. I always have to have something there. And I would love to know what you think about the white page. Give me the freedom to be able to do that. When you have a journal, do you want white pages, or do you like them to be at least copy dyed? Okay, now we can move on to the third signature. Right? Yeah, we were done with this. Okay. Oops, I didn't put these back wherever they belong. So here, I could just make a little tuck spot right there with this little girl. I didn't use her. And that is a real Victorian piece of ephemera, that little girl. And I will have to tuck something in there. So that'll go in there when she's dry. Might as well stick with the adding vintage paper to the other side. Just add some shapes to the edge of that, because I have them, and why not? So we're doing this instead of the washi tape here. When I made the ephemera, like these two pieces in that one video, I said I had a lot more than I would need for this journal, but actually I'm using most of it. Did it again. I just won't let it hang over. It's just a decorative piece. I have to use this. I'll use a glue stick for this. Where's my background piece? Oh, I forgot I was going to look for some more of these stamps to use. I think that yellow one would be nice. This one was pretty good, but just these little corners got cut off. But basically, and that one would be good also. So I'm going to cut one of these out because it's got all these little notches. Of course, you're not going to cut all those out, but I have these postage stamp edge scissors. So you could try to find, they're hard to find actually on Amazon. You can get them in a set. These are made by Fiskars paper edgers. I've had these for years. You can find them in a set, I think, or you used to be able to, but you have to buy the whole set of different edges. Or I'll show you another option. And you're gonna have white left, because if you're like me, you're not gonna cut it out perfectly, but I'll just rub some ink over that. Or you could just cut it along the edge and it's fine. See, that looks fine, and you can ink it if you want to. These are all kind of big pieces. I'm actually going to take this and cut it a little bit smaller. It slipped and it almost went right out. It's a very thin piece there. Don't want to put too much on there. And I'm, 46 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun, right? I think I've said that before. And then I add that I'm having fun, and I hope you are too. So if the camera shuts off, I'm just going to do some stenciling in the center. And I have one more page to decorate, if I recall. Maybe I'll just use those two. Okay, now, stenciling. Where'd the stencils go? I'll use the green. And I believe I had orange on the same page before, so I'm going to use yellow this time. I guess this was the yellow one. Nope, that was the orange one. Almost done. I just want to add a decoration to this page. Move all those things out of my way. Let's see, I have these labels. I could put one of those on. Do another one of these. And when I'm done here, I'm going to clean up this mess and then put my cover together. So this journal might be in my shop in a day or two. Okay, that's it. If I decide to do any more embellishing, I'll do it off camera. Thank you for watching. I hope that you are looking forward to seeing this completed journal. It has been such a joy to create. I have to remember where this goes. It goes right here on the outside. Well, there's wallpaper on the outside. This is the second page. Wallpaper. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll be back with a completed journal in the next video, I believe. See you soon. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.